That's not Lily May. I'm very proud of that pianist too. But I guess on our backup when we crashed doesn't have Lily's video on it. So I'll show you Lily's video next week because it is really, really super awesome. She spent a lot of time putting that together. So anyway, we'll see you Lily May next week. For right now, Kendra, tell us about the songwriting dice.
This week is the songwriting dice, and this one is kind of tricky, probably mostly for the older students who have done the workshop at learnpianolive.com/songwriting. But all you have to do for the 150 bonus points is cut out the dice and put them together, and tag Learn Piano Live when you post the picture on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, it's a really super tricky one, but I know a lot of you are writing your own music, so that's hopefully will be very helpful for you. And now it's time for us to play our game. Which is not diminished augmented, because all of the setup that you did for before the lesson, it's not saved. Yeah, that crash just, So whatever was on your, thanks. Cool. It's called Which Rhythm. And while you and I play this, Kendra's going to set up the rest of the lesson. So here's how it works. It's repeating, Kendra.
Oh.
Yeah. Some days are like that. Okay. Yeah. We're good? Yeah. We're good. Okay. So here's how Which Rhythm works. That's the problem with a live stream. So I'm going to play one of two things. I'm either going to play this rhythm right here. We're going to call this one Rhythm 1. And this is kind of like an introduction to level 2 stuff. But you don't need to be able to read any of these. I'm going to either play a Rhythm 1 or I'm going to play a Rhythm 2. Now, here's a couple little hints on this game. One is you just look at it. Like, you can tell this number 1 doesn't have any like pauses or anything in it. It's just going to be notes all the way through. So if I play that one, then it'll just be notes the whole way through. But if I play number 2, you see these 2 rests in here. There should be kind of a break. Now, here's what makes this tricky. I'm not going to play any of the right notes. I'm just going to smash down the right rhythm. So you can't tell from the notes which one it is, but one of these goes like this. And the other one goes. So the question is, was the first one that I played number 1 or was that number 2? I'll play the first one again for you. First one was this thing right here. Which one do you think that is at home? Does that sound like it's got 3 notes clustered together and then a break and then 2 notes? Or does that sound like it's pretty much notes all the way through? I'll play it one more time for you. Hopefully that sounded like number 2 to you at home. If you guessed number 2, then you were right. It was that second one. So even without like reading any notes or anything, you can tell just by looking at a measure kind of what the rhythm is supposed to be. Let me give you one other one from down here. So this one's going to be a little bit trickier, but I'm either going to play this rhythm right here or this rhythm right here. Now, taking a look at this, try to find the differences between these two because that's what's going to give it away. This one kind of has a chunk of 3 and then a long note and then a chunk of 3 and then a long note. This one over here has 4 notes kind of grouped together and then 2 notes kind of grouped together with nothing at the end. This one has 6 notes in it and this one over here has 8 notes in it. So if you can count the notes, then that would be a giveaway too. But this is going to be number 1. We're going to call that one number 1. We're going to call this one number 2 right here. And you got to tell me which rhythm is it that I'm playing. Here we go. Which rhythm was that? Was that the rhythm of the first one or the second one? I'll play it one more time for you. Here we go. And hopefully you guessed number 1 for that because it was this one right here. It had 3 notes grouped together and then a long one. 1, 2, 3, long note. 1, 2, 3, long note. Instead of this one over here, which would have sounded like this. So 6 notes with a pause at the end. Okay, cool. So that was which rhythm is it? And if you did that, you're kind of already ready for level 2, but we're not ready for that yet because it's time for mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
Nicole B says, Dear Jamin, what is the top secret information? The top secret information is just the information about a song that like you don't really need in order to play the song. You can get by without it, but if you do know the secret information, then it really helps you with other songs. So it doesn't necessarily help you with this one, but like starting to see the patterns and stuff makes you way better at music and helps you out with that. So we have some secret information for this song, and here it is.
Secret information.
Right here, inside the top secret folder for this week is something. Okay, so again, you don't need to know this in order to be able to play the song, but this has something called rhythmic and melodic displacement. So that means that it's going to use the same exact thing, but it's just going to move it around. So we already did that once when we played this thing. And I showed you how like we use that exact same thing, but then we move it up one note. That would be melodic displacement. So it's the same idea. If we displaced it one more, we'd go up to there, or there, or there. So it's just taking the same melody and just moving it around in different places, and kind of gives it a cool little feel to the song because you're reusing that same motif that we've talked about before. The rhythmic displacement, let me show you that. Okay, so this one's really super tricky. But would you be mine? Could you be mine? So right here, it's kind of, the phrase is like the same thing. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? But it puts emphasis on different beats. So the first one, when we play Would You Be Mine, it goes like this. Would you be mine? And then the next one goes, could you be mine? So the second one puts emphasis on be, the word be, right here. But the first one puts emphasis on the word you. So you get, would you be mine? Could you be mine? So even though it's the same exact notes, almost the same exact words, everything's the same, but it's just moved the rhythm a little bit so that you get emphasis on different notes. And you do that by putting those notes on different beats. So beat one right here is you. And over here, beat one is B. Again, you don't need to know that in order to be able to play the song, but especially if you're writing your own songs, using some rhythmic displacement or melodic displacement, it's pretty cool. The other thing is the guy who plays this song, his name is Johnny Costa. You probably want to go look him up. He's a really good jazz pianist, and he's like the other songs he plays, not just the Mr. Rogers stuff, is pretty cool too. So you might want to go check out Johnny Costa, who's the guy who plays along with Mr. Rogers, and Mr. Rogers also played the piano. It's like everyone who had to do with that show was a jazz pianist. Weird. Anyway, that's the end of our secret information, which means it's time for us to find out who won the raffle. Maybe it was you. Congratulations, Amy. Let us know what prize it is that you want. Let's all go to level 2.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level 2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.